Hello, this is our wheelchair proximity sensor. I'm going to be first talking about the main parts of our sensor. First, we have this display module. It can move on this axis. We have this arm, which can rotate 360 degrees. On the display, as you can see, we have a display right here, which will depict colors from green, yellow to red, depending on how far you are from a wall. We have two switches. One switches for a buzzer inside the display, and the other is for the display. They are independent of each other, so I can turn this on, off for the buzzer, and then have the buzzer on, but the display off. I will demonstrate in a moment. And then here we have the battery casing. This is where the batteries will be. It also has an Arduino microcontroller to communicate with the display, and with the sensors on the back. These sensors are ultrasonic, so you can already see the display going off. Let me turn that off. And then we have these ultrasonic sensors. They emit sound waves from the back. They're angled in these directions. We can calibrate it so we can turn any one of these off. So maybe if you have something resting up here, we can turn this top one off. Now, let me just demonstrate it real quick. So you can set, likewise, these, by the way, this arm is attached with clamps. So you need an arm on your wheelchair. And then basically I'm gonna turn, I can face it this way. You can see, I can turn both these switches on. So the display is on, you can see it's green. And my sensor is positioned in the back. Oh, it was reading my hand just then. And then as I move backwards towards the wall, slowly, you can see it's beeping. That is yellow. So this range, I believe, is less than 60 centimeters to a wall, but greater than 30. And then it's yellow. And then as you get closer, it is red, meaning you are closer proximity to the wall and the buzzer. And we can turn, I believe this one's the buzzer. See, the buzzer is off, but the display is still functioning. As you see, no sound is made as you approach the wall. And then as we can turn the display off, but just have the buzzer on. And we can change the frequency of the buzzer. We can calculate the frequency of the buzzer. And we can also calibrate the distance on the back. So if we want the distance to be longer or shorter, we can change that too by just plugging in some more code on our Arduino. So those are the technical features. When it comes to improvements, something we'd like to improve is this display hand. We'd like to have this swivel too. As you're sitting in the chair, obviously it is kind of close, so you might not be able to see it. So we'd want this to just swivel ideally too. We'd also like to clean up our wiring, use, I don't know if you can see, use lower gauge wire, because if we use a lower gauge wire, we can fix some of the wiring issues we were having previously. And also 3D printing. In this case, as you can see, the wiring is quite messy, and the batteries over here are quite hard to reach. So what we do is we 3D print a better case, so the wires will be along the side of the case, so you can actually access the batteries on the inside. And our last thing we would improve would be have a better system for mounting the sensors. Right now it's mounted with tape, and if the wheelchair allows it, that would be good. But if we can mount, say, with like some clamps or some other resource, which is, more stable, we'd also like to do that. And also, if we reprinted this, we would like to have magnets here instead of Velcro. That would be certainly an improvement. So yeah, that is a wheelchair display. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.